Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of identifying functions. This is standard 8.5G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 3, the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it. We will look at our answers together. All right, so we need to find a set of ordered pairs that represents y as a function of x. And this function is going to be very important. So we need to know what a function is, and it actually has a very specific definition that we're looking at. So it's a relation that maps one output. So you can call it an output, right? You can call it a y. You can call it a part of the range to each input. Now your input is going to be your. So you need to have one y for each x, and that's that's the rule right there. If you can figure that out, if it's in a graph, it's really easy because you can just use the vertical line test. Now you can have um, multiple y's, right? That each come from different x's, right? So you can have different x's all go to the same y. That's fine, but you can't have the same x go to different y's. And so let me show you in some mappings. And so what I want to do is I want to show you how visually it's kind of easy to see it like this. We're going to make these our x's. We're going to make these our y's. And let's do this for a. Okay, so here's my 5. Here's my 13. So 5 goes to 13. We're good. Here's my 7. Here's my 17. 7 goes to 17. We're good. Here's my 9 and my 21. 9 goes to 21. We're good. And here's my 11, 25. We're good. Okay, so this looks like a function, but we never just take A. You've got to look at B, C, and D, prove why they are incorrect. So let's do that same thing for B. Let's look at our X's and our Y's. We could also graph these if we wanted to, plug them into Desmos. So here we've got a 5, we've got a negative 13. So far, so good. But look at this now. I've got a 5 and a 17. I'm not going to rewrite the 5. I've already got a 5. So you see how I've got my 5 as an x going to a negative 13 and a 17 as a y. If I were to graph this, I could draw a vertical line and connect both of those, which means it's not going to be a function. 9 works, negative 21, and then 11 works as 25. So those, this right here is going to be our problem. So I'm going to kind of circle that in blue. Let's get that in blue here. There we go. That's the problem. All right, so that is B. Let's look at C. And let's do our X's and our Y's. All right, so I've got a 16 going to negative 4. Obviously, it's the first one, so far so good. I've got an 8 go to 22. Okay. And then look what I've got now. I've got another 8. 8 goes to 9. I'm not gonna draw my 8 again. I've already got an 8. So I'm going to draw that right there, and that's your problem. 4 goes to negative 6. So you see that pattern there is when you see an x that is repeated and leads to two different y's, that's when you have not a function. So let's look at our last one to just verify. There's D. There's my x. There's my y. I've got 5 goes to 13. Okay. Got 7 go to 14. All right. 9 so far so good. 15. And then right at the very end, look what they did. They repeated the 9. So now 9 goes to 17. And so that is going to be my issue. That is incorrect. So that's why we cannot select B, C, or D because they each have one X leading to multiple Ys. My answer here is